This is a still shot facing outwards from bunk 11. The video camera is actually sitting on the bunk with a black light UV flashlight next to it. What that does is supposed to attract ghosts. As I'm coming into the room, you see these lights coming from this side, reflecting this way across the camera. Right here is the camera cord. And now, if you kind of look at the still shot that we took, you can make out an eye, nose, and like a mouth, maybe like a mustache right here. That's one face that you do see in this. At first I thought maybe it was matrixing. Your mind wants to see what it wants to see, you know. Making out faces and stuff is kind of easy to do in patterns that are kind of like this, you know. But if you notice, that is kind of unmistakable. Like, you can actually see kind of the white of the eye here and here. And then it kind of looks like a nose with nostrils and stuff. And it looks like maybe the mouth is open. Right there, I don't know. But there's also another face. If you look, there's several other faces. And what they're doing is like overlapping. And it kind of looks like you can make out like different features throughout this pattern. Taking upon closer look, there's a lot of different stuff going on. Just all that patterns. And what I think's going on too is we're crossing two different light patterns at a certain angle. Let me focus it here. But I'm going to show the video and also play the video for you guys to see. And I could point out also where it looks like we have a manifestation appearing in this area as well. So, yeah. Okay, now here's the actual video loaded to my iMovie. And I'll show you. Over here, you see is the bright light that's coming from my headlamp. And here's that cord that's hanging. This is how it's powering the camcorder that I'm using right now. And this is the manifestation area that you see the most. And what you're looking at here is that face I showed you in the printout. Here's the eye, the other eye, nose, and the mouth here. Definitely kind of looks like a face right in this area. Now also the other manifestations that you see going on in this picture is actually several of them. If you look, there's like hands coming together right here. Almost looks like his arms are crossed or his hands are together in a way. And as you watch this video, which I'm about to show in slow motion, you can also make out, if you look real close, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, you videotaping the way I am now, but you can look real close and actually see the arm and the hands come together and move as I'm coming into the room. Also, if you look in about, it's kind of hard to see like I said, get a little focus here, but there's also another face that you can kind of make out in this area. If you notice, it's kind of like two eyes. I mean, there's a lot of them going on. If you look all in here, you just see all kinds of ghoulish faces. And so you can see in that general area I was showing you guys is the most you see. And like I was saying, it kind of looks like hands right in here. You know, that's what I kind of make out. Like I said, there's light coming in from this side, and it's reflecting this way as well, because I got that UV light. Now there's another interesting thing that you see. I don't know if it's another light reflection, but it looks pretty bright to be a light reflection. Is over here, there's like this locker, and on that locker it looks like light's reflecting. But check this out, when you go back, see if I can find it, here it comes, and it's pretty bright. It comes out and it ends up going, see, check it out there. See if I can focus on it here. See, it's a pretty bright little light, and it disappears that way. Now I'm going to bring it back so you can see it again. So it could be my light reflecting against the metal, but it just looks brighter than any other light, and I don't know why it would do that. And it goes in kind of a pattern, and then it goes squiggle, squiggle, and then it goes off the screen. It's like, boom. Or should I say it comes onto the screen at this point. Right there. You know, as I'm coming into the room, it's doing this. It's coming into the shot. It's not just appearing like as if the reflection was a reflection of my light, it would just appear. But it seems like it comes off a screen, right? And then it goes back off the screen. Now watch it. Well, it kind of disappears at that point, I would say. But right there off the screen. Boom, see it? Gone. And like I said, you could see a lot of stuff going on in this picture. A lot. Just a lot of little things you can pick up. One I thought I saw, it looked like a kind of a gray alien head. I don't know if you guys can see it. See if I can keep messing around the slow motion like this, and maybe we'll pick something else up, because there's just so much going on. Let me see here. I think it's right there, kind of. Maybe that's it. See something in there, or I don't know. There's just so much. You could just stare at it for a long time and just start seeing more and more. But yeah, it's definitely a trip. Like I said, it could be just matrixing, but I don't know. I think it's more something else going on, because it's just too much definition, and that one main face is too much too, where you just see that, you know, you make out a definite face within that picture, and it's, I don't know, it's just too undeniable. It'd be too coincidental. And this being Bunk 11 on the USS Hornet, being one of the most active spots, I think I may have caught manifestations here. And possibly it's using the crossing of lights. I don't know, there'll be more experimentation. We'll see.
I was here. Andrew was like right there, and Myra was right there.
I was on the other side of the table telling him a story about the footsteps I heard somebody taking in the garage, and I got goosebumps, and I like came back and I was telling him about that, and then he started talking about why the doors take so long to close behind me. But I was heard it so much behind me when I was over here, and then he started talking about the door taking so long to close. Yeah.
You guys want to watch?
It was just me, Myra, and him. And then
For
me,
sure,
Myra,
it should be wrong if once it's here and the other one's probably here.
Joey was over here and looked out the window and there's that. And he was like, oh my god, the bathroom's so fine.
Here, I'm going to lay down, but after the wait. See that?
And then all they have to do is touch it and it'll go out for a response.
Well, it was.
It's real touchy.
Yeah, it was blinking. On and off, this one. I think we should put like the Ouija board underneath and the stuff on top, and then like maybe light the candles and then when everybody leaves, just turn off the lights and start asking questions and walking around.
No, and I need to go to bed. I have to work in the
No,
morning.
you don't. You need fucking a lot of marijuana.
I have to go to work in the morning.
Oh no, that was my did I take my medicine thing. Blue light. Hey Jimmy, where are you? Gather. So, I have a story to tell. This happened in the state of Jalisco, in the area of Tlaquepaque, and one day, between a couple friends, we decided to go out and have a couple drinks because he was going to get married. So we had two friends. One of them was named Diana, and the other one Anna. They were exchange students from Germany, and they were kicking it with us, friends of ours. They knew perfectly good Spanish and stuff, and they were teachers. And we decided to go to a restaurant in Tlaquepaque, where we ended up going to this little restaurant right in the plaza, and we're gonna have drinks. We're gonna have little appetizers and shit. We're the only ones there, no clients. We're greeted by the greeter slash bartender slash waiter. There was really no staff at all. The only people we saw was a glimpse of the cook and our waiter, greeter, that had a sarape on, or you might want to call it a poncho, and a real colorful one. So, you know, he said we could stay as long as we wanted, that the kitchen was closed, but to have drinks and stuff we were fine. So we're sitting there, you know, we get our drinks, we get Coronas and, you know, little, kind of like bar food and shit. We're kicking it, having fun, taking pictures, and by about then, you know, we all had a good maybe 4 beers each. We decided, you know, we're taking pictures and stuff. So my friend Diana and Anna that were sitting to the left of me asked me to take a picture of them. And, you know, I had a Canon camera, 12 megapixel about there. I busted it out, you know, took some pictures, took a couple selfies. We had fun the rest of the night. I ended up making it home around, what was it, about 2 o'clock in the morning. Got dropped off by a taxi. Anna and Diana lived in one of those kind of like community student homes, exchange student homes and stuff, which was about 2 blocks away from where I lived. So when I got dropped off, Diana tells me, you know, to email her the pictures as soon as I got home. I said, okay, no problem. As soon as I got home, I connected my camera onto my laptop and stuff. I ended up, you know, emailing Diana with the pictures. Shortly after, I get a call. And it's Anna and Diana. And it was kind of weird because they asked me to come over. You know, being a little tipsy, you know, 2 exchange students telling you to come over, you know, get excited. But the weird thing was they asked me to bring the camera, and they asked me as well if I had messed around with the pictures. I said no. I just got home, connected the camera, sent the pictures over right away. So, pick up the camera, start walking over there, and we're kicking it in the kitchen table, talking about, you know, the night and stuff like that, and they asked to see my camera. Well, pulled it out of my pocket, gave it to them, and as I started seeing their facial expressions, they weren't telling me what was going on. Their kind of looking kind of scared. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? They start questioning me about the waiter and the cook, asking me if there was anybody else in the restaurant. I said, no. They said, was there anybody else that came up to us, you know, besides the waiter? Never, because it was just us. Well, they turned the camera around and they showed me a picture that I had taken about, you know, or that I had taken of Diana and Anna. So I looked at the picture, didn't really catch anything. And as I looked closely to the picture, I see a man standing right behind them. A man that was not in the restaurant with us that night. A man who I didn't know who he was, but he appeared in the picture. And the thing is, when I looked at that camera and saw this person or being that didn't belong there, it kind of scared me a bit. So we were all scared. We called it a night. About a week later, my buddy and I go to that same restaurant, and I had my camera and I showed the employees there. I asked them, you know, if they remembered us and stuff, and asked if you know, any weird paranormal stuff ever happened. Well, their answer was yes, and very often. And they said that things would move, you know, that little town and slash restaurant were pretty full of activity. So I showed them the picture. They did not recognize that person as an employee simply by the gesture in the picture where he appeared. And yeah, we all got surprised, and I have the picture to show and to share with everybody that, you know, this was 100% real. The photo is not edited. It's Diana and Anna, and as you can see in this picture, that's Diana and that's Anna. You can actually see the Coronas we were drinking. You see a man. He's wearing a button-up shirt, long sleeve. Also, his hand gestures. That's not the scary part. If you look towards the left-hand side and you zoom in, let me zoom in for you guys, you can actually see where he starts turning transparent. This is a story that I want to share and show you guys evidence of the picture that I took that night, where just a random person pops up that didn't belong there, which employees never recognized. And yeah, this is my story. Tons of space.
Oh, somebody's taking pictures of me.